Brainrot. The term comes from the idea that the internet is rotting the brains of frequent users who are extremely online, leading them to reference memes in slang terms that aren't typically used offline. So recently I uploaded this parody of the opening to the anime My Deer Friend Nokotan. In the comment section to this video, a lot of people, and I mean a lot, mentioned how this anime is the definition of brain rot. And after a quick research, I realized everyone on the internet is associating it with brain rot. So why is it considered brain rot? Why is it so popular? And why the fuck is this clip every fucking way I look? We will answer all these questions in this video. So, you take the blue pill, you can click off this video, go to bed, wake up, everything is the same. You take the red pill, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole to this anime goes. But first, we need to make something clear. This anime is about deer and only deer. And the anime makes sure that you know that by showing you deer every damn second. In the opening, deer. Title frame, deer. Walkway, deer. Classroom, deer. In the ending, you fucking guessed it, deer. Real one this time, just to add some extra deerness to the show. And it doesn't stop with just deer. We've got deer biscuits, deer club, deer girl, deer Jesus, deer everywhere. So don't you dare forget that this anime is about deer. So now that we've made that loud and clear, this is what the anime is about. Meet Torako Koshi, the perfect student with stunning looks, top grades, and a powerful position as student council president. But Koshitan has a secret. She used to be a delinquent in middle school, and she's desperate to keep this hidden. When she crosses paths with this quirky deer girl, Shikanoko, Koshitan's secret is at risk of being exposed. To protect her flawless image, Koshitan agrees to join Shikanoko's new deer club and follow her strange demands. Can Koshitan keep her past a secret and avoid her worst nightmare? Watch to find out. This was the synopsis that ChatGPT gave me, but this anime shows you that all of this is just a side plot, because the main plot is and always will be deer. There are episodes when there is absolutely no story, just random jokes that watching it feels like you are on LSD. The humor in this anime is like, hey, look, a deer. Oh, look, deer crackers. But to be honest, there are some really funny scenes in the mix. Like that classroom walk-in scene on episode 1, that shit was wild. Let me paint the picture for you. When you hear the words transfer students introduction, you think of something like this. Or this. This is the introduction of Shikanoko as a transfer student. Some of the moments are funny on their own, that's for sure. But the events that surrounds it feels like mindless filler. It's chaotic and incomprehensible. And you are just sitting there, waiting for something funny to happen. And sometimes, it never does. And the characters make things even more confusing. They feel like vessels for these jokes instead of actual people. All the characters are just irritating stereotype anthropomorphs, all stuck with one useless brain cell between them. For example, this girl is named Neko Yamada. Neko means cat, so her entire personality is just the traits of acting like a cat. Shikanoko's name means child of deer, so she is hybrid, half deer, half human, which I don't even want to begin thinking how it happened. But her entire personality is also deer. Bashami Meme, name contains kanji for horse, personality, horse. And this takes us to my next point. The people behind this just wanted to capitalize on the massive meme industry and tried to sell this off as something funny and watchable. And it fucking worked. So there is this studio called WIT Studio. Their whole purpose in life is to create the most groundbreaking anime works the world has ever seen. They've gone from Attack on Titan to Osama Rankin to the insanely epic Viking tale of Vinland Saga. Truly the pinnacle of animation excellence. Well, now they are making this. This keeps going for 30 seconds. Classic comedy. I have huge respect for WIT Studio for making this anime. Not because it's good, but because it's a show for the meme community to take clips from and make memes out of. Every single scene is meme-worthy. My Deer Friend Nokotan is like anime if it was a meme. It's a shitpost that gets a higher production. And this is exactly why this anime is considered brain rot. The show can't stand on its own, but because of the internet, it's just perfect. So when the internet caught up to this anime, the deers brainwashed the entire world, and the great rabbit hole began. The internet has become a giant fucking turbo generator of memes and shitposts of deers. It doesn't stop, and I just think I'm going insane in here. Someone decided to make a metal rock version of the opening. While it's actually pretty good and catchy, the question is, Why? It also came in every variation you can imagine. Here's a scientific analysis dissecting Shikanoko with the theory that Saddam Hussein lives in Nokotan antler. Here is Shikanoko on news. Here is Shikanoko on a 122mm Russian artillery shell. Here is a cosplayer dancing to the song surrounded by a real deer. Here is a real deer watching the Shikanoko dance. Here is Shikanoko as Donald Trump. In the most insane one.
You don't mind if I go off teleprompter, do you? This is so damn boring. I try and explain it. Oh, is it? Wow. You guys are doing it.
This shit mad good.
What the actual fuck? And anywhere you see a deer, that's a Shikanoko reference. Shikanoko has spawned one of the most ridiculous communities I have ever seen. And this is just what the internet made. We haven't even touched on the insane amount of references that is shoved in each episode. Dark Souls, Attack on Titan, Smash Bros, JoJo, Rambo, Spider-Man. It just doesn't end, man. Just check Reddit and you will discover hundreds of references in this anime. And whether you absolutely hated it or not, the one thing you can't deny is that Shikanoko has a very distinct and unique animation which made people obsessed with. And this is the second reason this anime is considered brainrot. Most of the jokes are based on references, just like the humor of this new internet generation.
Oh, that's Ohio.
Skibbity toilet.
And I love that. One of the biggest reasons I love Gintama and I think it's the best anime ever is because of the references. And they weren't even for my generation, they were old references that I had to Google like a nerd to understand them. Another thing that I loved in this show and that was also used in Gintama is the mixing of different animation styles. It's been a while since I've seen a show that experiments so boldly with different animation styles, and it's becoming increasingly popular. My first time seeing this was with Gintama, then came The Amazing World of Gumball, and most recently Bocchi the Rock. I mean, who can forget the 3D blender scene? These shows illustrate how blending animation styles can create fresh, innovative experiences. It's a trend that is clearly resonating in the anime world, and it's exciting to see how studios continue to experiment with these techniques. So yeah, end of the video. I think I've made it clear that I 100% agree that this anime is brainrot. I would recommend watching the first episode. If you didn't like it, that's what the whole show is like. It doesn't get better. Also, I think I should address the elephant in the room. So if you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you're already subscribed, then thank you for sticking with me, even though my upload schedule is worse than Togashi. That's it for the video. See you next time.